Okay, hi everybody. My name is Mary Jacob Ufort, and I'm the creative director of That Seamstress Cloth here. Okay, so I just finished having an interview session with the interns, and they had a coup against me and said I'm always doing interview for them. And today they must interview me, so I'm in front of the camera, and they are writing their questions. So I don't know what the children want to ask me, but please, pardon me if I decide to decline some questions because these children, I don't trust them. Someone should give me a question. Choma, oh yeah, pass your question. Is that all? Choma, is that all from you? Yes. So this question is from Choma. Question 1, Choma said, what have I done so far that has made you angry? Choma, you travel. I want Choma not to travel. And Choma traveled. And she traveled and could not come back when she was supposed to come back. And because of that, she delayed a lot of things. She missed her project, actually. So you did not write your project, you scored 0. Choma scored 0 over 100 because she did not do project. On a scale of 1 to 10, second question from Choma, on a scale of 1 to 10, how impressed are you with my performance as a student? On a scale of 1 to 10, I am, based on your initial knowledge level, Choma, Taye shift, let Choma sit down here because she's the one asking questions, and be looking at her face. Based on your initial knowledge, right? And compared to now, you haven't progressed as far as I expect you to progress. Like I was actually expecting some more progress, but I feel you're relaxed because you already had some knowledge, you get. So every other person has improved as per, they took like 3 steps forward, and you also took 3 steps forward. Do you understand? Which means you're not making as much progress as you should. You should make like serious progress. You understand? Then third question from Choma. On a scale of 1 to 10, don't want to tell me anything again. On a scale of 1 to 10, how impressed are you with my role as your worker? Oh yeah. Well, Choma is actually the only person who is actually a worker. She works. She's an intern and she's also employed to work. Yeah, you're doing well as a worker because you take notes, you take corrections, and you want to learn while working. You're not stuck with the knowledge you already know. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, how impressed am I as your PA? See, Choma is my favorite PA of all the PAs I've had. I will be sleeping and Choma can wake me up and say, "Ma, these are the things you have to do. You have to do this." Like, she knows the PA role. Like, that one, I'm impressed. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10. Number 3, I didn't give on the scale of 1 to 10. How impressed are you? Okay, no, not that one. Okay, yeah, it was number 2 rather. How impressed was I with your performance? Am I with your performance as a student? So I'll just say it's a 4. But number 3, impressed with your work as a worker, 8. Then number 4, impressed with you as my PA. Like 20 over 100, no, 20 over 10 plus 20. Then your last question, who is my favorite intern and why? Please, I will hold on to. I don't have a favorite intern, like general favorite intern. Taye, don't bribe me and be looking at me in my face. You're not my favorite intern. My interns, so all of you are favorite in different aspects. Like now, when it comes to work, now as I'm saying, PA work, you're my favorite. Like very rare person applied to be PA. I'm always crying. You understand? Kamsi is my favorite in some aspect. Like I can count on Kamsi when it comes to how do they call it? Handiness. Kamsi is very handy. Like if I want to do carpentry work now, if I need to call somebody's Kamsi, don't look at me because it's just height you have. I cannot call you to do. You know, then Kosi. You know, Kosi, if I'm looking for who will speak big English, it's Kosi that I would. Oh yeah, Kamsi, let me have your question. Be fast, please. Okay. Questions from Kamsi. How do you feel being with us as interns so far? Well, aside from the fact that my money is leaving me every day, virtue goes out of me. Not just my money, right? I keep telling you guys that you guys have people who are also interested in you, people, you know, getting to learn, and they also have the knowledge that you also live with me, so they send, little things to help with your upkeep and your feeding. Like someone that sent plates to you guys. So for me, I feel very blessed, because I will not say it's a problem, even though there are problems, but it's not a problem, it's a blessing. And it's also a growth level for me, because normally, me, I'm angry. If I'm angry like this, I'm angry. But since you guys came, I'm learning, not to be angry like that. I will just laugh, even though I'm angry, I'll laugh, and I've become a motivational speaker overnight. Every class there's motivational speech. So my anger level is tamed down. So far with the interns, are you able to differentiate our characters? Yes, I can differentiate your characters. I can. Let me differentiate your characters. Characters. Kamsi is the most emotional, the softest. Then Taye is a very sweet boy. Taye is a very sweet boy. It's easy to know, when you have a young boy in the midst of ladies, how he treats each lady. So he's when he grows up to be a full-blown man, for now I see a young boy, he's just 19, he'll be a very gentleman. And the woman you marry will be very lucky. Then Kosi. Problem. It's Choma that said that word, it's not me. Choma said problem. Kosi is a tortoise. And when I mean a tortoise, she has a shell. So she's always inside the shell. So you really cannot tell, So if you try to get through to through to Kosi, you have to enter her shell. And that shell cannot fit two people. You can only fit one person. So Kosi needs to come out of her shell. She's always, for me, I'm okay, I'm in my shell. My shell is cool, I'm fine, everything is okay. So I can't really say much till she comes out of her shell totally. She's always fine. She's always a fine girl. Once she blocks her ear with that earpiece, all of you can go and die. She doesn't care about anybody. Then Choma used to do like a witch. Choma used to do like a witch. But Choma is a very smart girl, but she plays too much. So you cannot tell until you get close to her. You might look at Choma from her family like this one always playing, always, until you get close. And then when she's hungry, don't worry, don't go close. Just stay away. But she's a very smart. I mean smart. I'm not just talking about book smart. She's generally very smart. She thinks very fast, So if they go into a jungle today, I can tell you that one person that will break a lot of clues, will be Choma. When it comes to strength, when it comes to like physical strength, forget that Taye is a boy. Kamsi has more strength, but I don't know why she's the softest. Kamsi has more physical strength. Don't look at me, Taye. Oh. Then number 3 question: how challenging has it been for me, both as a director and as a teacher? It has been very challenging, because as a director, I have to think about provision, you guys' needs, your mental state, because it's not just for you to come here and learn, also your general, well-being. And for a teacher, I need to, attend to everybody's learning according to their capacity, because you all have different learning capacity. You understand? So it's a bit challenging, but I'm also learning. Okay, so number 4 question from Kamsi. So far as your student, on a scale of 1 to 10, how many will you rate me? As a student, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll rate you 5. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, I should rate each of my students. It's not you that will tell me to rate my students for you. Okay. I should rate other people for you. Someone wants to give me another question. Thank you. In my last report sheet, you said you are yet to know my weaknesses. Have you found them now? Yes, I found them now. I think I already mentioned your weaknesses. Your weaknesses are actually your comfort zone of what you already know. You're comfortable with the fact that you already have certain knowledge. So that is actually a weakness because it will not allow you to push. You are very relaxed. It's like somebody you're in a hurry, right? I'm about to enter motivational speech. We'll do that speech later. Next paper, please.
Well, am I starting more from
Huh?
am I starting more directly on the group?
Directly. Okay, so from Kosi gave me two papers, two, only Kosi. Since you started the program, what has been your most challenging moment and or experience? I think financials has been most challenging because every day I have to be financially responsible, feeding, you know, running the daily house activity, your classworks are also being run by finances because all the fabrics, all the pattern papers, everything you use are financed. You understand? So yeah, I think financially is one of the most is the most challenging for me. Since you started the program, what has been your most exciting? I think my most exciting moments um, are when we dance. Of course, I love dancing. My dancing moments are my most exciting moments with you guys. Which intern? What is even spoiling with who is my favorite intern? Which one is all this favorite? I am my own favorite intern. I already explained it in Kamsi's question. So far, so good. What can you hmm? What can you say about each intern? Well, each intern so far has the willingness to stay and learn. So yes, it's a very strong and positive. Um, okay, so next question from Kosi. What made you decide on the scholarship program? And do you regret anything? If yes, why? Okay, so I've come across a lot of youth, young people within teenage age and early 20s, who apparently are, um, for lack of vocabulary, I say apparently they are lost, you know, they are lost in the world. They don't really know. They are just wandering about. When I mean wandering about, they're not roaming on the road, but they're wandering about with activities. So they find themselves jumping from one activity to another, and most times these activities are not beneficial to them. They're not activities that help them be better people, for themselves and the society. And like Paul will say, silver and gold have I not, but what I have I give. And what I have is my fashion and it's my skill. And this has been my life for 5-6 years now. And I thought to myself, if I find any of these lost youths who wants this, who wants to be found, I am willing to give of me. So I prayed about it. I will not lie. I prayed about it, and the vision came. In fact, the vision is bigger than what it is, But this is just the beginning. I really look forward to helping having like a massive, you know, fashion house, and home to house a lot of young people. I call it, give them a purpose to life. Because when you wake up every morning and you don't have a purpose, you go for anything you see. Then to the next question under that, do I regret anything? I think if I regret, I don't know if regret is a word. I would say it's not starting the program, earlier than when I did. Because I'm asking myself, if I had started earlier, probably I would have, helped a lot of people than what I have already, So, but God has His own ways. Probably, maybe if I had started earlier, I wouldn't have had this set of students, or only God knows, So, and I should rate your progress in class and also outside class. Your progress in class has been really good so far. There was a time it was slow, but now you're really catching up. And then outside the class, you're doing well. You came in as a boy, you're a girl now. Okay, then. Okay. Then your last two questions. So question number. Let me count all the numbers. You don't put number here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Question number 7. Only you are asking 8 questions. You even put line for 9 questions. Question number 7. Where or what do you think I should improve on? Your study time, your study hours, your study material. You need to go overboard and beyond. You need to study more. You need to dedicate more time to study and widen your study library. Let it not just be based on, this is to everybody, let it not just be based on your books. Yes, that's why we have libraries. So you can create your own study library. You have YouTube videos, expand your knowledge with all of that. Then, what do you enjoy doing most with the interns? The problem, I would have started watching film, but the thing is that sometimes the film now ends up watching me and I leave all of you. I always leave people to watch the film and me I will not sleep and I know I'm not doing it. I will sleep and leave people. So I think classes are actually the my most enjoyed moment with the interns, because I think aside from teaching, we get to play. Sometimes class moves from fashion, we discuss church, we discuss gender equality, we discuss everything during class. So I think it has to be the classes. That is why I'm adding night class. Any other question? Am I free to go? Yeah. Taye did not ask me any question. Taye is fine.
Inside cooler.
Is what?
Inside cooler.
Is inside cooler? Who is going to give you another time to ask?
Maybe.
Taye cooler will fall on the road.
No.
The rice will pour because I'm not going to be here to answer you. You want to write another question?
Yes.
Please ask it. No, ask it. Don't write.
Said I'm going for big English. Why?
Because you used to speak big English. They are protesting. No, she's a fine girl. She's a trophy girl. I carry her go, you see, Taye is concurring with you. No, it's not because of only your big English, You have a very attractive spirit. A very attractive spirit. The only thing is that you have coconut head. When somebody does not know, you don't know.